think it's just a great little spot for a little break actually. So all I'm going to do is just get some kit out. It's always good to carry some kit with it. Of course, me being a prepper, I've gone over the top, but this is packed for my wife and I when we go out walking all day long. Should anything happen, we're caught up in the hills, doing turns, we've got more than enough chance of staying healthy with what I've got in here. Shelter kit, that is it, that's all it is. There's a tarp in there, a couple of basher pegs, and about 50 feet of paracord, believe it or not, and that weighs next to nothing. So let's get the shelter set up, and I'll have a really quick overview of what I've got in it before we get started. That's all it is, nice and simple. You can actually fit this in your side pocket of your combat trousers, no problem at all. Right, let's get it up. The good thing about hanking it this way is once it's tethered to your ground sheet, or sorry, your tarp like this, you can just pull the other end. It's not going to come all untangled and all messed up. It's the best way to do it, guys, it really is. Clean and simple. Right, that's it, we're set up now. We're out of the elements because it has been showering on and off. And that's like a survival thing. In actual fact, why is it the lot of survival stuff is Scottish? Right, you're in a survival situation. This is going to protect you from a nuclear winter. No problem. You'll be safe and sound on the air. Yeah, of course you will. Right, before we do anything, let's get the load out sorted out. In here, I've got my trusty old faithful Gerber multi-tool. Had this about 12 years now, and absolutely recommend this to anyone. I'm not sure what the model is, but I'll flash it up on the screen if I can find any info on it. That is top drawer. It's got some grips as well. Very comfortable. One multi-tool. Right, let's see what we got in here. As I said, this is packed for my wife and I. We're going out walking all day, and if we do get into problems, because there's a lot of hills and exposed areas, we don't want to be a burden to anyone else. We want to sort of look after ourselves really. So for signalling equipment, we're using the personal distress flares. That's the company Pans Wessex, or Paynes Wessex I think they're called. And that's what you get inside. Some red flares with the shooter. Of course you can use for emergency fire starting as well, in a nice waterproof container. A couple of spoons for eating with. We've got a US MRE sundry pack, all sealed in there and waterproof. A trioxane bar. I'm going to be using this for emergencies only because they're quite expensive for what they are and they don't really burn long. So sealed up for an emergency. These will take a spark from your flint and steel, not a problem. That's that pouch clear. And the old turbo lighter filled up, and I've got Ranger bands on there as well to help with fire lighting. An absolute must. I mean, it's all well and good surviving out in the middle of nowhere with a knife and a flint and steel and that's it. But when you need to get the shelter done quickly, you haven't got time to hunt around trying to find materials. You've got the tarp set up, no problem at all, pretty quick. If you get lost, you've got a nice little compass there. We issue silver compass, and it is always tethered to the bag, so it's not going to fall out and get lost. Also tethered to the bag is a survival whistle, very, very important. And also another backup lighting device. I'm sure you'll see now, it's just a Zippo lighter with spare flints, spare wick, a bicycle inner tube wrapped all the way around it to stop it from evaporating or to slow the evaporation process right down, just to give you a fighting start really. That always goes with me. GPS backtrack device, because we couldn't source any maps locally. Even Ordnance Survey, the area where we are, we're on the corner of all the maps, so it's not really on any maps. So I've used the backtrack, and all I've done with this is I've actually stored the batteries. It comes with two two AA batteries, and all I've done is I've stored one of them the wrong way around, and that bin, it's not going to accidentally turn on in your backpack, drain your batteries out, and leave you up shit creek without a paddle when you really need it. So all I do, I've actually marked the location as soon as I got to the property where we're staying on holiday, marked that straight away. That's stored on there now. That can be turned off for thousands of years, it'll come on and it'll still be on there, the location. So put the battery in the wrong way around so it won't accidentally come on. Absolute must if you really want to double make sure you're going to be safe. Uzi tactical pen, just goes with me everywhere I go really. No explanation needed. An upgraded Maglite torch with a mega bright LED, as you can see in there. It is absolutely totally ridiculously insanely bright. I'm just an old romantic, I just love Maglites. And what I try to do is every time I get an electrical piece of kit or something that needs batteries, AA or AA, nothing else. Don't be tempted by all these fancy flashlights that take silly sized batteries. AA or AA. That's what I strive to do. And a huge big chunk of emergency fat wood there, if we do run into any problems, that's going to last ages. Just use the edge of the knife downwards and just scrape fine shavings off. It'll last a lot further than cutting pieces off. Some of you will know what that is, some of you won't. It's just a standard issue hexene burner with hexi blocks inside, all sealed up, so we're going to be cooking with that today. As you see me when I walked in, as soon as I got to the place, checked the forecast for the week, it was going to be pretty much on and off rain. So whilst it was dry, I took the liberty of gathering loads of dry sticks in there. So it doesn't matter if I don't use them all, I can take them back to the place where we've got a wood burning stove, it's not a problem. I mean, as I say, you could run around trying to find sticks in the pee and rain, but in a survival situation, if it does go bad, you want something reliable straight away. As I said, with both of us going out, I've got ×2 all day breakfast in the pouch. They can just be boiled up in a cup or just placed on the coals directly to heat. Instant energy, absolute must. Of course, this is all a worst case scenario, you know, but I don't want to be walking around the middle of nowhere with my wife, things go bad, and nah, I'm not having it. I'm looking after myself. Overloaded with loads of S-beaners there for carrying all sorts of items. And incidentally, these ideas, I've been using these for over a year now. All it is these. You can pick them up in Halfords in the UK or motoring shops. It's just reflective bands, and I think the idea is because they're circular, they go around a child's wrist or an armband or a leg or whatever you want, and it will reflect like big time. But another good thing about these is you bend them and they click and they stay straight, which is absolutely brilliant. And it just so happens these fit absolutely perfect snug into the molly system anywhere on anything that's got molly, which is brilliant. So of course, walking around at night time, you don't want to be run over in country lanes which aren't lit. You stand a much better chance of making yourself visible. Again, this is survival stuff. We're not bugging out and hiding. We want to be saved. Hence all the mini flares, etc. Inside the top mesh pocket here, we've got Kendal mint cake, absolute must. We've got some dextrose energy, and absolutely wads and wads and wads of the old the Army Energy sweets there, loaded up with glucose. Lots and lots and lots. And recently, from my good friend Stefan, we have some Tootsie Rolls. These are quite nice. I just chucked all of them in the top compartment there, so it's nice and easy to get access to, and instant energy for when you're on the move. This day and age, mobile phones, especially the smartphone. I recently got a smartphone. I know I'm going to get shot. I said I hate them, but I wanted them for the applications on them. They're great. I'm not going to spend an hour surfing YouTube and all the rest of it. Just haven't got time. So the power runs pretty quick, which leads me on to this little item. Goal Zero. Mate, I'll tell you what, it doesn't have to be a blistering hot sunny day. even if it's overcast, you can solar powered charge your devices with ease. And with these little attachments all the way around it here, with the S-Beaners I have, just clip it to the backpack, charge up as I'm walking. All of the devices are in there ready, everything is charged, and that is a portable unit. I use the sun to charge the batteries that are inside here, and all I do is I plug my lead into that USB, which I'll plug straight into my mobile phone, and I don't have to carry the solar panels with me, just this, and it will charge on the move. It's just like a battery pack really, and it's got a little light on there as well. The light's never ever gonna go out, it just lasts for donkey's years. And as I said, AAA's and AA batteries stored in them, they're fantastic. It stops them rattling around and shorting out. Brilliant piece of kit they are. So I've got my leads there, all ready to rock and roll, and there's the little charging unit there. So thoroughly recommend these. These have been out for a few years now, they're not brand new technology. They are quite expensive, but you know, I take survival and bugging out and shit defence seriously. You know, I'm not a hobbyist. This is the real deal. So save your money up, get it. Once you've got it, you've got it then. And also, just as a little refresher, I made these myself. Just found some pictures on the internet and printed them out, just to help me out with knots, because I'm crap with knots. I mean, being an infantry, you're taught to use bungees. We never got taught to tie one single knot. So that's a little refresher, quite handy for setting kit up without bashers, etc. So that's that compartment sorted out. Lifesaver water bottle. That's got 3/4 of a litre, not a lot, and it's quite heavy, but I've actually filled it up, just in case. I'd rather carry that 1.5 litre bottle, which is the same size, and then run out, you're screwed. There's a lot of water sources in all the areas where I am now, so that's the reason why the Lifesavers come with me. Got my survival knife there, which some of you have seen before. I've got a ceramic and diamond sharpener with ranger bands or bicycle inner tube, securing it all. Got a ferro rod in there as well. Tactical scalpel from Doberman Knives, always goes with me for fine work because it is razor sharp, as well as the blade itself. An absolute beast of a knife, and it's thick and strong, and I just really got on with this knife. Attach it to a hand lanyard as well for safety. So that always goes in the kit bag.